guys? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel. First of all, I just hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys are being safe. It seems that, the pandemic is not getting any better. So I hope that you guys are taking the same precautions, if not more precautions, when it comes to your safety and safety of others, especially your loved ones. But I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and I'll be honest with you, I have been recording videos. It's just that whenever my vibe isn't necessarily on point, if I feel like the energy is not there on my end, it would not go release. And I feel like, and there's been times where I record videos and then, the sound would go out or the camera would stop shooting. And those to me are signs that I should not be recording a video at that very moment. And to be honest, it's been quite tough to, my the Patreon people, they kind of know what's going on, but it's been kind of tough to continue to do this. However, today is one of the better days. So this video is going to be dedicated to those who really feel, a little bit empty at the very moment. Whether it's, maybe you have it all and you've just been wondering, why do you still feel like there's a void there? And this is what this video is going to hopefully give you some insight on, is how to fill that void, or really what's missing currently in your life that could probably give you some fulfillment, or maybe just some enjoyment. Because life does not come with a manual, just experience it, unfortunately, and hopefully I could be a vessel to where you can get some type of cheat sheet on how to enjoy life better. So with that being said, you guys, please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with the carnelian. We have pile number 2 with the black tourmaline stone. We have pile number 3 with the citrine. We also have pile number 4 with the crystal quartz, or the clear quartz crystal, I'm sorry. So with that being said, you guys, please choose your intuition and not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who picked the carnelian stone. We're about to find out how to fill the void. The cards that they gave us are 10 of Swords. Can you see that? 10 of Swords. We also have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. I like that depiction. We also have, this is number 4. This is 4 of Pentacles. Foundation and achievements. We have number 56. This is relationship change. We have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. We have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. And we have the Sphinx. And this card I will get into later. Okay, so pile number 1. This feels like a group in which you've maybe either just went through a breakup, or maybe just went through, it just feels like something ended. It really did. It feels like it ended. And this could be it feels like a connection that was ended, whether it was with a significant other, or it feels like for some of you guys, they're saying mother as well. So for some of you, this could be like a mother or a parental figure. And to be honest, I'm getting that it needed to end. I'm getting that it needed to end. And to be honest, the cards are not necessarily showing as to why it needed to end. But that may be something that's revealed later on as we read through the cards. But what's going to fill the void, I feel, is that there is a need for you. And it feels like almost a desire. Like maybe you think it's like you just need a romantic partner, right? But the universe is more so like you need a support system. You need someone that you can actually lean on. I almost feel like even if you have maybe a group of friends with you right now, and I hate to say this, sometimes we outgrow friends. Sometimes we expand and we are on a route or we put on a road that our friends are not going to travel with us, and that's okay too. I feel like for some of you guys could have, maybe you could already have a group support system, but what's happening now is that you're transitioning to a place to where you're going to attract other people who you're going to relate more to. And this is kind of sad because I've been through this a lot in my life. And it's never really, it's kind of hard to say goodbye to friends without, like for me, I may not necessarily know exactly what's going on, but I know I feel like I need to change. I need blah, 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 things like that. And you start to realize that sometimes the things that you and this person used to laugh with are not funny anymore. The things that you guys used to relate to, you guys have different opinions on. And that's something that would happen when you are growing. And what's happening now is that you're kind of getting prepped at this very moment. Like maybe right now you feel like nothing's happening, but you're being prepped for. It almost feels like a soul family, to be honest. Let's begin. We have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords does indicate the ending that we are referring to about, and this is permanent. This is not changing. This is something that I feel as though needed to happen. And they're saying that you finally let it happen. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe that could also speak about for those of you guys who do relate to maybe the ending of a relationship between you and a parental figure. Possibly what was holding you back was the fact that you guys were related. And as I've always tried to state, relation, having the same blood, I guess you could say, it's not an excuse to, put up with a certain type of behavior, especially if it's abusive. So this is what I'm getting. There's an ending that needed to happen, and it's because there's a new beginning that's happening, and I don't even think that you know that this is what's happening, because what's happening is that I feel as though you guys have been manifesting. The Nine of Cups here, even if it's in reverse, it does give me the indication that there's manifestation at place or at play, and there's a wish. For you though, I do see like it's a wish for companionship. It's a wish for possibly a romantic partner. Some of you guys are wishing for this person to return when it's advised that you don't return to that, okay? But the wish here, it's taking its time. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's taking its time. I almost feel like right now, it feels like nothing's happening, but this is literally what the universe has been working on for you. Yeah, I see that the wish feels like it's rooted in love or like more romantic love. However, it's going to come about in a maybe unique way. Like for example, this person who may come to you as in a romantic gesture may serve as a catalyst to the rest of your soul family coming through, or it could be where you meet your soul family, you meet this new group of friends or people, and this is how this love may come about, So it's more so like, yeah, you're gonna get what you want, which is what feels like your wishes. It's literally saying like you want love, but you're gonna get more than just a partner. You know what I mean? You're gonna get, it feels like a whole group of people who are going to serve as your support system. It feels like maybe this is what you've always been needing in this life, is a support system. Because I can say all these, encouraging words, or Spirit can say all these encouraging words, but it still doesn't beat having a support system that you can maybe physically touch. And that's what's coming for you. They're saying that this is a wish that's been a long time coming. So the delay, I wouldn't say is necessarily your fault or your doing. But it does seem like there needs to be some type of break for you right now. And that could be hard. That could definitely be hard, for sure. But let's begin, or let's continue. We have number 4, which is the Foundations and Achievements card. Yeah. This is the 4 of Pentacles, but for this case, I'm really getting support systems, a place that you can finally feel like you belong. And I'm getting family vibes. If you have yet to connect with people who feel like, they get you, this is usually people who maybe it doesn't take much for you guys to really hit it off. Like when you guys first meet, you guys find that you maybe have a lot in common immediately. And these are usually, I'm getting a very encouraging group of people for you. People who are going to support your endeavors, people who are going to really want to see you win. Real friends, real people. And I say that because there's this thing where sometimes, even when it comes to friendships, where people feel like they have to compete with you. This is not that type of group. But like I said, it's weird because I'm getting that romance has a big, there is a definite connection that you're going to be experiencing in this life, but I do feel like for some reason that's a big theme in this reading. But what's also even the bigger theme is the familial aspect of what's coming. Pretty much, it feels like not just one person; it feels like a group, and they're making me feel like so family. Next card that we have is 56. This is relationship change. There is changes that are currently happening, and maybe already have happened. Like I said, this doesn't only apply to romance. This is also referring to those friendships where you and this person don't necessarily relate anymore. You and this person, maybe who you are or who you were when you met them, it's not exactly who you are today. And so I'm referring to those type of relationships as well. I'm talking about familial relationships. They're making me feel like there's going to be a replacement. People are going to be replaced, and rightfully so. Sometimes people can take it personally, especially when you don't. Okay, let me just say this: if you are resonating with the not necessarily relating to your group friends anymore, things like that, I would advise, Kenny Tarot would advise you to maybe let them know. Don't just ghost them, out of nowhere and have them confused. That's what I would suggest, Kenny Tarot. But this is something that's naturally happening. I see a natural ending that's leading to a natural beginning. Now let's get to this next card. We have Rest and Rejuvenation. Like I said, you may feel like there's nothing happening at this very moment, but this is really preparation mode. This is really almost feeling spiritual growth that's happening as well. There's a lot of growth that's currently occurring right now. Um, like I said, I don't know what else you have planned to accomplish in this life, but it does seem like a big portion of your um, current energy is to connect with other like-minded people. And they're not just going to give you anybody, they're going to give you people who are really there for you. One of which, like I said, I see a romantic love cycle happening for you. So this is kind of like a waiting card as well. And you guys probably are like, well, we've been waiting for how many years? But this is really your indication to really remain calm, remain content with this, even if it's just chaos. Remain, calm and content with what's going on, even if you're unsure of what's going on. The next card that we have is Paul the Venetian. Is experience grace. So share your gift with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah, so this group of friends it feels like it's going to be the opposite of what your current group, whoever you would currently consider to be a support system. It seems like the difference is these are going to be a group of people that inspire you, that encourage you, and that actually genuinely love you, and that's not something that just is said. They take it very seriously. I almost feel like at least one of these people is going to be like almost like an angel for you. And that could definitely be this person that's coming through as a romantic love offer. I'm curious as to who this person is. So for some of you guys, this is going to be this person's coming in with a love offer I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's like marriage material. This is someone who's very strong. I'm not really necessarily talking about built, but what I meant is like they are strong enough to really help ease your mind and really take on the burdens for you. They're strong in that sense. This is also someone who's going to be very considerate of things that you've gone through in the past, and they're going to know how to adjust to that and really help you in that sense. Okay. But other than that, yeah, like I said, there is a group of people that's coming for you, and I think this is quite wonderful. Now we also have the Sphinx. Now we got to get into this really quick. Pile number one. The card says, "Choose your words carefully." This is a message for you, but I almost feel like what may happen, first of all, if you do plan on moving on from a group of friends, do it gently, please, and do it from a place, from a positive place. Okay, there's a way you can end things on a positive note for sure, and also this is giving an indication for some of you guys, there could be a person who is interested in being a support system to you. Don't be quick to run their mouth based off, I don't know, maybe preconceived ideas of how you expect someone to come through for you, or how you expect someone to look or be. Give people a chance. That's what they're saying. But I'm also getting the sense that you guys are using your intuition well, in that knowing that certain relationships and certain connections are not meant to last forever. But remember to always do that gently, or do it in a nice, from a place of light, okay? So pile number one, I think this is amazing. I think we all need some type of support system, and like I've always tried to let Spirit know, it's like, it's one thing having a support system that, that is our spirit team, but it's also another thing to have a support system that's in this 3D experience as we are, and I feel like you're going to get that, and you're going to feel so loved, you're going to feel so protected, and it's almost as if with this group, it feels like whatever other goals that you have, you're going to find it to be plausible, something that you can actually achieve, because these people around you are actually encouraging you. Yeah. Last card that we have. Sorry if I've gone too long, but you know how it is. The last card that we have is, what do you know? Dog close-up pleasure with a close friend. I love when that happens. Honestly, this is really, I leave these cards face down to where it's a surprise for you and I. And oftentimes, it's dead on. I do sense you're about to begin. I don't want to say it like this, because every experience that we have should be valued in some sense, but I almost feel like you're going to feel like, now my life just started with this new group. This new group may come by way of a new relocation, or maybe you find yourself being interested in a certain hobby, and you put yourself in a certain community of that same hobby, and that's how it may happen. Others of you guys, this could be education. Others of you guys, this could be work. But yeah, you'll know exactly what it is for you, because it'll be like this new thing, whether it's a new place to live, or a new place to work, or a new place to learn, something like that, and that's when you guys will gravitate towards each other, and it'll just be like, the stars are aligned, and there's no such thing as a coincidence. But yeah, look forward to this. And I also want to kind of debunk the I'm really rambling at this point, but I just wanted to state this point. Yes, it's not to say that you need someone to make you feel complete. It's not to say that, but what I also want to reiterate is the fact that we are living in this experience, this human experience, and it's not easy. And part of the experience is to form connections, form bonds, to grow with one another, to love each other. And so I'm a firm believer in saying that we need help, and the universe is sending you help. So with that being said, pile number one, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful for you. If you feel so inclined, you can like, share, and subscribe to this video or to this channel. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is that, pile number two? This is for those that picked the Black Tourmaline Stone. We're about to find out how to fill the void. The cards that they gave us are the Chariot card. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Three of Swords. Number 17, Hope. I believe this is also the Star card. Or is it a Sun card? No, this is the Star card. We also have number 96, Forgiveness. We have number 43, Man holding a coin in reverse. We have the legendary goddess Kalima, facing fear. We also have Air. And this card I will get into later. Okay, so pile number 2. This group right here, I never try to put myself into these readings. I never pick a pile when I do these readings for you guys. But what happens all the time is that they like to put messages for you guys that I can also relate to. So this group in particular, it kind of does feel like maybe this is something that a lot of people are experiencing. And what that is that this is a void of what feels like courage, a void of ambition, a void of determination, void of clarity. And I also feel like this is also the group that tends to really, put a lot of expectations upon themselves as well. And they don't really allow themselves to make mistakes or to slip up or to take a break or to do things that they should be doing sometimes for themselves. This group right here, I feel is career related, and I feel as though it almost feel like with you being successful is not just about having money. I almost feel like for you it's like being able to be like, yo, I came from here to here, and really to show people that they almost feel like prove people wrong, but also to show people that, that they could do it too. So this group, this is really going to be one of those messages that's really going to have Spirit just really encouraging the hell out of you, and really trying to recenter you and really get you back on the path. So let's begin. We have the Chariot card. This card, it feels as though I like this card because it's a clear indication that there's a goal here. There's a goal that needs to be reached, a destination that you need to arrive to. But the path is not a smooth one. There's obstacles on the path. There's bumps in the road. But this indicates that you're overcoming all of those. This is sheer determination. I almost feel like it almost feels like you're going to reach this goal by brute force if you have to. I'm not sure what that means, but I can almost assume that even even though the odds are stacked up against you, you still will prevail. Now, we also have Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is, it can mean a lot of things, but in this case, I do get the sense that it's money, it's wealth, it's longevity when it comes to your finances. It's success. It's something that you can even leave behind, like a legacy. There's almost, like I said, it's more to you than just money. It's more to you than just monetary gain. It's more to you than that. It's something bigger. I almost feel like this is something that you want to leave behind. You want to have something to leave behind for other generations to come. There's anxiety in this group. There's worry that you won't be able to do that. And to be honest, it's normal to feel that way, especially when things aren't necessarily going the way that you would like. So I also feel like with this group, there's probably been some attempts, or maybe you've been trying to book a new job or book a new gig, and it hasn't been going that way. Or some of you guys could have even lost a job. If in fact you did lose something, just know that there is something better that you're supposed to be doing. And also, I do believe during this time you're going to be reinvigorated with some type of fire that's really going to shed light on what path are you supposed to be taking as far as career goes. What would be the most fulfilling? What would be the most enjoyable? And ultimately, will give you the financial longevity that you've been wanting. The next card that we have is Three of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is crushed. Like I said, I do believe this is a group that has been disappointed when it came to their career. I almost feel like this is really a group in which you have been finding it very hard to find something to be happy with. Because with you, I do feel like your happiness is really ingrained in how successful you are. And it seems as though during this time, you have yet to reach these goals of yours. The spirit is almost like, yo, you may be down, but you're not out. You know what I mean? You're not down for the count, but it's time for you to pick up where we left off. Now, it's going to be in a way where, like I said, I almost feel like there's going to be some form of communication. It's showing me the Page of Wands, so there could be some form of communication that you're going to get, whether it's email or just some type of good news that is really going to reinvigorate you and give you back that fire. That's why I feel like it's coming from, but it almost feels like you're going to have to learn to instill that within yourself first. Next card we have is number 17. This is also the Star card. This is hope. And I'm assuming that a lot of you guys have been lacking this hope. But it's almost as if it's already been ordained for you. Like I said, it's hard to speak, or not hard to speak, but it's hard to really maybe take in a message such as it's already been ordained for you because you don't see it, right? But Spirit is really wanting me to reiterate that this is something that you've kind of already even before you incarnate, have already established the type of life that you're going to live in some way, shape, or form. So they're making me feel like it's something that's naturally going to happen anyways. It's just that right now you're currently experiencing maybe the rougher part of this journey. But even with all that being said, I do feel like there's still, even if it's just a glimpse, there's still a little bit of that of assurance that you have. I think you know that you're not meant to just be in this rut, or meant, like, this is just not how life is just going to be for you. I think you know that. So it's about realizing that, and I do believe that's when there is going to be some type of communication. This could be an email, this could be a job offer, whatever it is going to be good news for you. And that's really going to make you more passionate, make you more determined to attain this goal. Like I said, I feel like the goal is this, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which to me speaks about success. It speaks about wealth that would, stretch for generations beyond. So this is something big. It almost feels like an empire for some of you guys. Some of you guys could be entrepreneurs. Some of you guys could be maybe trying to work your way through the ranks when it comes to your traditional job. And they're saying that that's already ordained for you. The next card that we have is number 96. This is forgiveness, and this is really speaking about, for some of you guys, or it feels like majority of you guys who have picked this pile are not necessarily, you're taking it hard on yourself. It almost feel like they want you to shift that to not look at this as a bad thing, and to really understand that there's also a lot of other factors that are playing a part to your journey, to your story, and that it's not all your fault. If anything, it's probably not your fault at all. Man holding a coin in reverse. The only message that they gave me for this is that I almost feel like for some of you guys owe a lot of people. I don't know why they're telling me that now. When you're on the come up, you're gonna have to take a few loans. You're gonna have to, borrow, certain, borrow money from certain people, get people to invest, things like that. And I feel like that could be a lot of people who pick this group. And they're saying that you will be able to pay them back and pay all your debts. It's just that the process for you to attain this isn't necessarily happening as smoothly as you would like. But you're just going to have to try to remain hopeful. And I think even during those moments in which you cannot, or at least allow yourself to really try to maintain some type of light, because it kind of feels a little bit dark, I'm not gonna lie, for some people in this group. Like dark, like depression and seclusion, things like that. And I think you're kind of being challenged at this very moment, and it's advised that you also balance that by doing things that you enjoy, making sure that you have things in your life that still also can make you happy, despite this still being on its way, but this is really one of those moments in which things are bound to get better, because it almost feels like, where else can I go besides up from here? Kalima. This goddess right here, I love. She's a legend. The god of death and destruction. And the card says, facing fear, major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. But this is really speaking about endings as well, endings and new beginnings. This is not the end of your story. I get the sense that this group is really going to make big moves in this lifetime. Like, this is not just, like, I don't know if you're going to have such a global impact, but what I mean is that you're going to be so much of a success. And I think when people realize that you've came from the slums of, I'm talking about the slums figuratively as far as how it's feeling now. It's feeling very dark, and when people know that you came from this to where you're about to go, it's just going to be an unbelievable tale. But despite how it may feel, changes are actually occurring. And the biggest change has yet to occur, but it's already happening. You have just yet to see it in 3D. But if Kalima is here, this is really the equivalent of a 180 type of change from your current situation. The next color we have is air. So you could definitely be an Aquarius, or Libra, or Gemini. The card says, seek a union of mind and spirit. Okay, they're showing me the the King of Wands. So that's my indicator. A lot of you guys are entrepreneurs. I'm getting entrepreneurs, I'm getting inventors, I'm getting creatives, or people who just are in the arts or something that's non-traditional. Maybe acting, maybe singing, maybe a musician, maybe a writer, things like that. I'm also getting that, which is also an indicator that you guys are definitely doing what you're supposed to be doing, despite how it's been going as far as the goal that you're trying to attain. This is a group where, for sure, I do feel like the success is not going to come about by you just doing the status quo. It's going to come about by you doing something that you actually enjoy. And sometimes those could also, intertwine. But overall, I'm getting this group is very untraditional, non-traditional, or maybe creative. I'm also getting leaders. I'm getting people who are not necessarily meant to follow what everyone else is doing. You may have a unique ability, a unique trait. Doing something different is what I feel like will be your biggest asset, and maybe even embracing some of your unique attributes or qualities that you have to set yourself apart. But good news is coming for you. That's going to fill the void for you, because the void for you, the way that you feel empty is by way of how successful you are. And the way you feel empty is if you're not successful enough in your eyes. And in order for that to even happen, we're going to have to reignite that fire, that light within you that gives you passion, that gives you determination, drive. The last card that we have is this: bear, danger, especially in money matters. Yeah, I do feel like right now, this is what this card is describing, is your situation currently. Yeah, It just feels like there's. Just say this: where you're about to go, it's not going to be believable to people. Like, you mean to tell me wait a minute, you used to live in a cardboard box, but now you live in a 5,000 acre mansion? I don't know. But my point is, your current situation is not going to define, or it doesn't define your future. Because it's a 180 change that's going to be occurring for you in your life. But I do believe the message is to really fill the void now. The void of being inspired, being determined, being passionate, being ambitious, being creative. Being joyful. So, part number 2. Your story's not finished, despite how it may feel. Those financial goals that you have, they're telling me it's already ordained for you, meaning it's something that you are meant to experience. And whatever situation that you're currently in now does not determine your future. So, I know you probably heard this a million times, but try to remain positive. So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pal? Number 3. This is for those who pick the citrine stone. We're about to find out how to fill the void. The cards that they gave us are the Moon card in reverse. We also have the Ace of Swords. We also have the Three of Pentacles. We have number 4, Rest and Rejuvenate. This is also the Four of Swords. We have number 44, which is Environment. Maybe too bright to see. We also have number 34, which is Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. Those in reverse. This is Celtic. I think she's Celtic goddess Bridget, Inner Strength. And we also have Medusa. And we also have this card that we'll get into later. So, pile number 3. This is the group. This is a special group. I gotta handle it with special care. Because I do feel like this is like, you're not even seeing like your own true talents. You're not even seeing your own capabilities. You're not even seeing how beautiful you are. You're not even seeing that you're capable of achieving those goals. You're not even seeing how smart you are. You're not even seeing, like, you're not seeing all these things about yourself. And I think a part of the problem is your perspective of who you are could be distorted from maybe the people who are currently around you. Like, for example, maybe everyone else around you is at a certain level in their life where you feel like you should be, and so that kind of puts you in a type of mood to where you feel as though I'm not good enough, or I'm not great enough, or I can't do that, and things like that. So the void really needs to be filled within you, and the void is really developing a better perspective about yourself. Um, yeah, it just feels like everybody else around the world or everyone else around you seems to be, you know, seem to have the cheat code to life. And why is everything else a struggle for me? And why can I achieve that? Or why can I be like that? Or why can I look like that? Things like that are common thoughts that I feel are happening within this pile. But Spirit is almost trying to say, like, yo, you actually are those things. Everyone has their different journey. Everyone has their different times to where they can either achieve a goal or to where they could, you know, blossom the way that they want to. But this group in particular, yeah, there's a distortion happening with how I see myself. And so it's time to really understand who you truly are. It feels like this could also be your soul really wanting to remind you that you are beautiful, you are smart, you are capable of achieving this, things like that. Let's begin. We have the moon card. The moon card in reverse indicates things. This is about illusions. This is about even lies. This is about things like that finally being cleared up. It's not to say that this is going to answer all your problems, but what they also want me to say is that it almost feels like you've created the void, but the void has kind of been building and accumulating and becoming bigger and bigger, but not because of anything that's true. It's based off illusions, based off lies, based off, things that are not necessarily factual. So with you, there's a need to really, I hate to sound like this, to look within. There's a need to look within, because your soul and yourself are two different people. It seems as though your soul is very confident and very, I wouldn't say bold, but they're definitely someone who is not afraid to go after what they want. This is someone who's pretty assured of themselves. This is a soul that's very, it's the type of beauty that resonates because they believe that they are beautiful, and that's the type of beauty that also resonates from the inside out. It's one of those things. Your mind is way more powerful than you think. Speaking of which, Ace of Swords. Speaking of minds, they want me to talk about this card. Your mind is very powerful. And it's one of those things that I know you probably heard it before if you've been in the spiritual community, but your mind really truly does shape your reality. And for you personally, your mind in particular, it seems very powerful. You may be a psychic, you may feel like you have these type of gifts, but I really feel like your type of mind, you need to be careful with your thoughts, because it's one of those things where, I'm not good enough, I'm not that attractive. Things like that will be your biggest downfall. So we do have to shift the narrative, shift the perspective. But this card is also indicating there is going to be a moment. There is going to be what people would refer to as an aha moment, an epiphany, and this could come by way of somebody or something. I don't know, it's going to be different for everyone, but there is going to be a moment of realization when you do find that, that new perspective about who you are. The Three of Pentacles indicates that there could be a support system that gives you this idea. I also feel like, though, this could be part of the problem for some of you guys, is that there could be people around you who, I wouldn't say it's their fault. It's just that maybe sometimes they do have, you know, a better outlook on life or a better perspective about themselves, and it does the opposite for you. Like sometimes, usually when people are around these type of people, it can usually encourage them to also do better. But I see that for some of you guys, it does the opposite. It makes you feel discouraged when it's actually supposed to do the opposite, make you feel encouraged. You do want to have yourself around people who are, you may be achieving the same goals that you are, or maybe in the positions and in places and statuses that you want to achieve, and you should feel inspired. And I feel like that's what's going to be happening for you. Now we have number 4, Four of Swords. This is the rest and rejuvenation. They're making me feel like, you know how sometimes people be like, oh, I'm a late bloomer, like that. I'm getting that with this card. Your glow up has yet to occur in this life. I don't care what age you are, but your glow up, and if you don't know what a glow up is, it's just pretty much a point in your life where you evolve, whether it's through looks, through your career status, or just maybe just your mentality. It has yet to occur, and it's going to happen. This is the calm before the storm. So I do believe it may happen after, you know, you dispel all these lies that you've been telling to yourself. Maybe that has been told to you about whether or not you're not good enough, or you're not this, you're not that, you're not this. And it's going to be a moment where you really realize that, yo, I am actually the ish in every way, shape, or form, without sounding too cocky, of course, or narcissistic. And I think there's going to be maybe a group of people who may also, you know, they may not necessarily actively try to encourage you, but I feel like just them being them and being around them will have positive effects on you. Such as feeling inspired, or feeling good, or liking the way you look, and things like that. Because they make me feel like late bloomer. It feels like I have yet to evolve. I'm still in the cocoon stage, like that. So they make me feel like your time is coming. Next card we have is environment. So for some of you guys, the trick is that some of you guys will be entering a new stage in your life where you may be around someone else, or relocating, things like that, new job, things like that, and that may be the segue to this new era of who you're about to become. Yeah. But really, like I said, I almost feel like you, even if you do have maybe the right type of people around you, I almost feel like with this group, it does something different than what it's supposed to do. Like, for example, most people who are around other people who are successful, it encourages them to be successful or become more successful. I almost feel like with you, it does the opposite. It makes you feel discouraged, it makes you feel less than, and it makes you feel like, yo, I'm never going to make it, things like that. And maybe the environment that this card is referring to, it's just your mental environment that needs to change. So this isn't easy, I have to say, because I almost feel like for some of you guys, this way of thinking has been ingrained within you for some time. But it's going to happen. The change is going to happen. Next card that we have is door to personal happiness or personal healing and happiness in reverse. This is for my people who feel stuck in this life, because like I said, with this group, your mind is very powerful, and it's to the point where if how you feel about yourself and how you view yourself isn't positive or isn't on point, chances are a lot of things in your life will be affected by that. Some of you guys may even find that you can't, like, if you don't actually love who you are at this very moment, you also find that other aspects of your life, such as maybe career, may suffer a hindrance because of that. And it may not be entirely directed or directly related, but it will have some effects. So, like I said, this is for the group that feels very stuck in their life. I do feel like it's a little bit self-imposed, but I don't want to blame you, because I do feel like it could be maybe how you were, maybe your upbringing could have an effect on how you view yourself. But your soul is almost like, yo, it's time to wake up. It's time to change that. Because in order for you to attain your idea of what is fulfillment, this is necessary. So some of you guys may think, oh, well, my goal is to, have a family of my own. My goal is to become a CEO of Algam. My goal is to finally get my master's degree. Whatever your goal is, just know that this is related to it, and it will have an effect on it. So we got to clean it up. Next card we have is Bridget. Inner strength. It says, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. Of course. So, your soul, like I said, your soul is more of a, I don't want to say fiery, but it's leading more towards that. Like someone who's a little bit more, now they're showing me the Queen of Wands, so I guess fiery, yeah. And it's contrast to who you have been portraying yourself to be. You're not meant to be someone who shy away from a compliment, you know what I mean? You're not meant to be someone who believes that they don't deserve, a certain lifestyle. They don't deserve to be loved. They don't deserve to enjoy how they look or be happy with how they look. I feel like your soul fully embraces those aspects about yourself. Your soul knows that you're beautiful. Your soul knows that you can really do anything that you set your mind to. So this may come about by way of meditation, where you finally realize that maybe this is something that you need to, maybe get away from certain distractions. Maybe there needs to be a change of in a physical environment, but I really feel like it's just your mental environment. Affirmations may work. Affirmations may help. Meditation may help, but I kind of feel like this is a very special case in which I feel like you guys are naturally, I feel, psychic or intuitive. So I kind of know, or I kind of feel like that what you need to do. Okay. Next card that we have is Medusa. The card says, jealousy leads to downfall. Now, the story of Medusa, I'm very conflicted by. This has nothing to do with the reading, but it's just a random thought. Like, Medusa is always depicted as like a villain, right? But my theory is that she's actually a victim. I think I've read somewhere where Like, you guys read on the story if you guys are that interested about Medusa, but she's a victim, in my opinion. But she's normally depicted as a villain. Okay, well, anyways, that's irrelevant. Jealousy leads to downfall. So I do feel like in this group, there's been times where I think everyone could agree where you compare yourself to other people. You know, like me, for example, everybody who I graduated in high school with, we're all not on the same path, and a lot of them are, you know, well into their respective careers, and you know, I think it's very easy to put yourself in a hole and just be like, yo, why isn't my life like that? And we just have to understand that we all have different paths, and it's always, you know, easier to fall in that trap, to believe that you're not going to succeed or not be at the place in life that you envision yourself. But you're fully capable of doing that. It's just that your story may be a little bit different. The next card and the last card that we have is Tankard. Celebration, fun, enjoyment. So I love this card because I do feel like that could also help you in when it comes to your own perspective, how you view yourself. I think taking some time, you know, to, you know, do things that you love. Nature, go into nature. I mean, that sounds like a very, I really hate sounding like a typical new age spiritualist, but going to nature has always helped me. Such as botanical gardens. But the point of the message of this card is to really do things that you find joy in, because that's also going to help on your self-esteem, your perspective about yourself. Because being in this type of energy is going to be way more of a benefit than you being in the type of energy saying, I can't do this because, you know, I will never make it, or look at everybody else doing what they're supposed to be doing, fulfilling their life, looking fulfilled, being happy. Why can't I be that? And you can, and you will. But it definitely starts with you having to think more highly of yourself, okay? Because your soul, like I said, your soul they're making me feel like it's completely different than how you portray yourself. I'm getting someone who exudes confidence and who goes after what they want because they believe they can actually strive to get it. While I'm getting you, who doesn't necessarily believe that they could actually achieve or amount to anything, doesn't necessarily see themselves as beautiful or confident, things like that. So being happy, doing things that you find joy in, is going to keep you in that energy that you're supposed to be in. So that you can remind yourself that you are actually beautiful, smart, confident, that you are capable. So, with that being said, pal number 3, I'm rooting for you, okay? I hope that this was helpful. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 4? This is for those who pick the clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out how to fill the void. The cards that they gave us are the 9 of Pentacles. We also have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have number 7, Stand Your Ground. This is also the 7 of Wands. We have number 6, Love. We also have number 28, Victory. This was in reverse. So Victory in reverse. We have this legend right here. Horus. Horus, if you guys maybe heard. Egyptian god. Cosmic Gateway. We have the Wyvern. And this card that we'll get into later. The first thing that they're telling me is second chance. Second chance. This is a second chance at success. You know, it may not sound, politically correct to say, but with you, the void seems to be only filled by money and success. And many people may disagree of that being something that you should feel, like would complete you or make you feel fulfilled. But I definitely don't see a problem with that. So they're telling me bright future. So this, I feel as though are the people who maybe has always had a dream of being successful, being, rich, if you will. And maybe there's been attempts to do just that, and it has yet to stick, or it has yet to really progress in the way that you would want. That is about to change. But part of the change is going to be because I feel as though some of you guys have been maybe doing things that maybe just make sense to you doing. Maybe you're actually good at something and it just makes sense. Like, for example, you could be very good at biology, so it just makes sense that you would become a doctor or a nurse or a biologist, But I almost feel like what's happening is that some of you guys are going to realize that because I'm good at something, it doesn't necessarily mean I actually love doing it. And so some of you guys will be discovering that. Because it seems as though whatever path, I've never felt this way about any group before, but I feel like whatever path that you take, it will lead to success. But it seems as though in order for you to feel fulfilled completely and feel completely like that void has been filled, is that whatever you're successful in, you have to absolutely love. So that's going to be, maybe that's going to be hard for a lot of people to do. But this is how you're going to attain that lifestyle that you've been wanting. Let's begin. They're showing me the Sun card. Okay, let's get into this card. The 9 of Pentacles. They're also showing me the Sun card. Sun card is an amazing card to get, even if they're showing me that in my head. I get the sense that you don't see how bright it is on the other side. Like, I think now you're probably going through a period of confusion, period of just, you don't know, like, uncertainty. But there is something coming. Like, I don't even think, like, you, on your part, your end, I think you may just need to discover what it is that you actually love and go from that point on. But there's something already on its way to you as far as like an opportunity. But we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, this is more so like of a lifestyle of where you're comfortable, lavish. This is the type of comfort where I'm making a big ass purchase and I don't have to call my bank to make sure I have money in the bank or to check my bank account to see if it won't overdraft. That type of comfort. That's happiness to you. Having enough money. That's happiness for you. And maybe that's something that you maybe won't like to admit because it sounds, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily sound a certain type of way. I just feel like we are kind of already programmed to believe that money can't give you happiness when in fact it actually could. And I think you for sure believe that you can't be happy in this life unless you do have enough or more than enough. For some of you guys, this could also indicate a career in entrepreneurship. It doesn't have to be, but sometimes this card does indicate that. But like I said, whatever path you take this pile, you will be successful in it. Doesn't matter whether it's entrepreneurship or just traditional job. However, in order for you to attain the pinnacle of success in your eyes, it's going to have to be something that you actually enjoy. The King of Swords in reverse. And the King of Swords I actually do like, especially when it comes to money, when it comes to business. This is a very focused individual. In reverse, this is speaking about a lack of clarity or a lack of focus. There's some confusion here. I almost feel like there could be a time in which you are presented with either option A, which is going to be a path to where maybe it's making the most money immediately, versus option B. This is something that maybe you actually truly do enjoy. And it may not make the most money right now, but it does have the potential to make even more money than option A. I see like a lot of you guys are going to be weighing the options of what path to take. And like I said, each path will guarantee success for you. It's just a matter of, do you actually want to love what you do? Do you actually care about that part? Because if you do, you'll be a lot happier with option B. And it still also has the potential to give you a lot more. I remember I had this discussion. It wasn't really an argument, but it was we had like a family event, and I think the question was like, would you take a job would you take a lower paying job if you were going to be happy? Of all the people in my family, I do have a big family, everyone said no. I was the only person that said yes. And this was before I even took, doing tarot as a business. But if I'm not happy, I've learned that in many jobs, if I'm not happy, it doesn't matter if I'm good at it, eventually it's going to catch up to where I'm calling in sick. Or to the point where I'm not even showing up. I'm not even giving you all the courtesy to with a 2-week notice. Because sometimes when it comes to a job that you don't actually love or really like or care for, that's what happens. You begin to deteriorate on the inside. And so I feel like a lot of you guys are beginning to understand that concept. Now, granted, what I feel is coming, I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be like, okay, CEO, then a fry cook at McDonald's. Like, I'm not seeing that type of contrast. I'm seeing like if there is like maybe a diminish in money between the two options or the multiple options, it's not going to be by much. And I feel like even if it was like maybe a substantial amount, the experience that you get and the potential outweighs that. So, speaking of which, we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is what I feel is coming for you. This is the golden opportunity. And what by golden opportunity, I mean this is the one opportunity that will have you set for life. For some of you guys, I do feel like it's entrepreneurship. They're also showing me the Emperor card, so for sure, for some of you guys, this is leadership positions. Some of you guys will be doing things differently, as far as something innovative. But yeah, there is an opportunity that's going to come for you. Really, that's really going to bring about the type of success and the lifestyle that you've been wanting. Yeah. Now let's get into this. We have number 7. This is stand your ground. So I do believe they said that that some of you guys will be doing something different. Some of you guys will be doing something innovative. And like I said, I think there's a reason why they keep bringing up examples that of occupations or careers that are very contrast, because I get the sense that with the 7 standing your ground, this is the 7 of Wands, some of you guys are going to have to defend what it is that you're doing, because a lot of people are not going to see your vision. A lot of people are not going to get it. A lot of people are not going to understand as to why you left that doctor job to become a self-entrepreneur type of person. A lot of people are not going to understand that. I'm getting a sense for some of you guys, parents are not going to understand. But the wonderful thing about this card is the fact that there may be people, naysayers, or there may be just people who may serve as the opposition. But you are standing over them, which indicates that you are in the right. That what you believe, what you see for yourself is correct. So I do see that some of you guys will be stepping outside the box, and it may ruffle a few feathers for some reason, but I know how it is, because I have parents and I have people in my life who saw life for me differently, but it's your life. The next card that we have is number 6, love. They're also showing me the Lover's card. And the Lover's card indicates a decision that needs to be made. And this is what I said, or what they said is going to be, should be the deciding factor when it comes to this new opportunity that's coming. I do get the sense that there's going to be at least 2 opportunities that's going to be presented to you, and you're going to be weighing the options. And the option to pick is the one that you feel more like you feel like it's going to give you more happiness, more joy, that you actually are invested in, emotionally invested in. You're passionate about. This is what's going to be the key factor for you to really attain this lifestyle that you've envisioned for yourself. We have number 28, which is victory in reverse. This card is referring to This is also talking about, maybe there's been some past failures in whatever you would consider to be a failure. But success is still on its way. This card in reverse indicates that it may have been some hiccups, it may have been some delays, but success or victory, it's still on its way. Yeah, they keep throwing images of pentacles and money. It's a big deal for you. And I know that's not something that, because people would want you to believe in. Maybe that's something that other spiritualists like to say. It's like, money isn't everything. Money shouldn't define, your happiness or something like that. And I would be the first one to tell you that I believe money is very important. I always said money over love. When it came to versus a romantic relationship, things like that. And I feel like you agree with that. Because they keep showing me money. And at this point, I'm convinced that you are meant to, this part of your dream, this envision that you have of yours, that you have of yourself, to live a very comfortable lifestyle. I don't believe that's just a vision. I think that's something that you are destined to live. Because, by the way, the Ace of Pentacles also indicates this is the universe stepping in. This is divine intervention as well. So this is the universe giving you something, and this is not just any gift. This is the gift when it comes to your success in career. But all your hard work and all your failures is finally amounting to something. Okay, it wasn't all for nothing. It's going to happen. You're going to, I see you just literally, they're showing me that. And they're showing me some of you guys writing the pros and cons of both of the opportunities. I almost feel like it's going to be two opportunities that are presented to you. And it's going to be like a test almost. And it's going to be the one to choose is the one that you actually feel emotionally drawn to. Let's continue. We have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. It says your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. This legend. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you don't see that are actually already happening. I almost feel like this could be maybe jobs or a position that you applied for that you haven't heard from in maybe months, and all of a sudden, it's presented to you. But in reality, it was always in negotiations. It was already coming. You know how sometimes some jobs they like to do, they like to play this game. They know they want to hire you, but they feel as though they don't want to show that they actually are too needy. They want you to feel that way about them. I almost feel like employers really try their best to make it seem as though they don't need you or they don't really want you as an employee. And so they'll wait maybe a week, maybe a month to hit you back up saying that you got the job. For others, guys, this could be an opportunity, and it's going to be something that you actually love. It's going to be something that you actually love and that you're fully invested in. And it's going to be something that's different as well. Not something that people are doing currently, and something that's going to set yourself apart, maybe based off your personality or maybe the product that you're giving. But there's a lot of things that are happening that you don't necessarily see. And so it may sound bad, but the void with you, it feels like it can't be filled unless you do have a certain number in your bank account, a high number, and there's nothing wrong with that. The next card that we have is the Wyvern. It says your secrets are safe. Once again, they're saying second chances, so I do believe this is maybe any past mistakes or regrets or anything like that. You should definitely leave them where they are and not take them with you to this new venture. Have an open mind, and really believe that things are going to be different now, successful, or more successful. Like, I almost feel like this group right here, I'm tempted to say that you already knew what type of future you will be having, and maybe you just need a confirmation. And I'm happy to give that to you. The last card that we have is yeah, I cannot make this up. I told you, they were showing me images of pentacles, money. They kept showing me that throughout this whole entire reading. And the last card that we have is coins, of course. Money will be coming too. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't get nothing else from this reading, there's the answer. That's how you're going to fill the void. By putting money into it. I do see an opportunity that's coming towards you. I see at least two opportunities that's going to be placed in front of you, and you're going to have to choose between one of them. And for some of you, this could just be merely just the path to take, like whether I should take the traditional route or entrepreneur route. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be from the choice between two employment opportunities. But overall, the void will be filled. The void of not having maybe enough money. That void. I see riches with this group. I just see bosses. I don't want to say royalty, but I just see money and a lot of it with this group. So maybe if you needed some type of encouragement, hopefully this video helped. So pile number 4, thank you so much for joining me. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time.